So this is our second challenge statement on integrated pest management. So this is really to focus on the coffee berry borer or CBB, which is a pest that's been infesting farms across Vietnam and the rest of Asia and kind of the world. And it's been destroying coffee trees and beans, which lowers yields and then causes a loss of profits to smallhold farmers. And so far to combat CBB, chemical insecticides are being used to kind of manage the pest, but these are chemicals which then hurt local biodiversity and like plants and animals or other creatures. And so there's also a lack of research done on how CBB affects cherry yield and bean quality, especially in a Vietnamese context. There just hasn't been many research trials or studies done on this subject, which is why we want to have this pilot or this trial to kind of like research more into it. And so with this challenge statement, we are looking to develop an integrated pest management solution that reduces CBB infestation rates efficiently and sustainably. So for this challenge, we require the pest management solution to be organic and compatible with certification standards like the Rainforest Alliance. Really, most importantly, is that the solution should be affordable to smallhold farmers, as the farmers are the ones purchasing the pest management solutions out of their own money, their own pockets. We really want to keep the cost as low as possible for them to ensure that the most amount of farmers can use this solution. And again, like the biochar, if the solution is being manufactured outside of Vietnam, you'd also have to ensure that you can clear the customs importing it in. All right. So kind of the same idea. We're looking to have the trial hosted in the Central Highlands of Vietnam, where we have demo plots and space available, and to also keep the time frame to under a year to be able to roll it out as soon as possible across our network in 2026. And then we're also looking to have trial before the harvest season, so we can really clearly see how the solution affects coffee yields. And so, as mentioned earlier, on our end, we have demo plots available for you to use, along with internal databases and on-field staff to help you. And the outcomes that we're looking for here is really a clear decrease in CBB infestation rates on the farms in the trial. So we currently have a couple pest management approaches that lower infestation rates anywhere from 50 to 90%. We use an integrated pest management approach, kind of like a three-prong approach of broadcap traps, fungal spraying, and then crop sanitation. And when we combine these three approaches all together, it can get us up to a 90% decrease in infestation rates. But what we're really hoping to get out of this challenge is, since these are like three separate approaches that we have to use all together to instead find one solution that gets us to the same lowering of infestation rates, but using one thing instead of three. So other outcomes that we're looking for would be healthier coffee leaf color and then a decrease in coffee fruit loss. Okay, yeah, I got some pictures here as well. So if you see in the second image, that red thing there is our brocap trap, which is something we've developed in Indonesia and it kind of like given out to the rest of our farmer network in Asia, which is one of our current pest management solutions. So you can get an idea for what we've already tried out. And so following a successful trial, what we want is to be able to scale up and distribute your solution across our Vietnam supply chain, which is again over 5,000 farmers. And then from there, we want to expand outwards and supply this solution to the rest of our network in Asia Pacific, which includes like countries like India, Indonesia, China, and Papua New Guinea. All right, and so that's everything on my pest management. And so turning it over again to the floor for any questions you have on this.
Right. Just waiting for some pest management questions to flow in. Just while we do that, you said at the moment you're getting solutions that are anywhere between 50 and 90% improvement. Is that right?
Yeah.
So up at 90% improvement, you're getting a pretty good result already. But are most of the solutions more towards the kind of 50-60%? And so that's particularly why you're looking for additional solutions?
Yeah, the idea is that we get to a 90% lowering of infestation rates when we use like all three of the current
Yeah,
approaches at once, which is like a lot of time and a lot of effort and cost. And so we want to find like one solution instead of three that is
yeah,
also 90% effective.
right. That makes sense. Um, I'm just looking here. Payment. Should I bring something totally new, or can I work on improving your current solutions? Your response, Sophie.
Yeah, both options are totally
Yeah.
great. We welcome like anything that gets our infestation rates down.
Yeah. As they say, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Just um,
Mhm.
uh, can you see the next question? What is the fungal spray?
I think you might have more information on that one.
Okay, so I think that's we show a name on the name of the fungal spray on the statement. I cannot write the name at the moment, but I can find it immediately. So give me a second for the name of the fungal. Um,
If you don't have it right now, we can get back to you,
okay,
Travis.
right. This one, this one.
Just while you're doing that, good question here from Ilya. Do farms usually have good mobile coverage?
Mm, yes and no. We would prefer if you're planning on doing something with an app or something, it'd be better to have an offline version, but most farmers do have like a mobile phone of some sort. We conduct a lot of surveys through like apps and phones, so we do have a pretty good system in place for anything that's like mobile related.
Right. And Bailey Heron is asking, are these irrigated crops?
Hmm. Do you know this one?
Okay, so for this one, I just find the name for the fungal spray, and you can see on my chart to answer that question. Can you please repeat the questions you just said?
Yeah, it's just asking, what's the level of irrigation involved?
Irrigation involved in either are these the integrate crop? Yes, of course, the coffee is a but mostly for Robusta coffee they irrigate, but for Arabica they don't really do irrigate frequently, but it irrigate mostly applied on Robusta.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
mate. Um, just in our remaining time, I'm just going to quickly scroll up again and just see if we can cover off what we didn't get to. Let's see. Oh, you already answered that one, mate. Great, thank you. Yeah, there was a very specific question around from Vishan, perhaps to you, May, talking about the biochar that is produced. Is there a target H/C org ratio? Vishan, what's the ratio you're speaking about there? What's the HC ratio? If you can just put it in the chat.
Okay, let me check the questions. The
Yeah, I'm
question
just
from
Vishan, I'm just checking on
Vishan.
that.
Okay. You asking about the voucher?
Yes, it was a biochar question. I was just going back up to that because we haven't fully answered that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Vishan hasn't added further. Just on time. Can you we're going to move on to the next presentation, hydrogen to carbon ratio. Okay.
So mostly the currently our biochar is based on the supplier quality. We, like you see on the slide, that we are working with Hertz Ventures. They are um supply biochar for us, and we have the quality of this biochar based on the ECB quality standard. So I don't really get what your specific HC ratio that you are referred to. So
Okay,
yeah.
that's all right. We'll take that one offline, as we will with the any of the other unanswered